Hello and welcome to the Learn via eLearn classes. So in today's class we will see about what is function pointers. We will see why we use function pointers, and then later on we will see how to use the function pointers. Alright team, just wanted to let you know that we have started a new series or concept of sharing our C programming knowledge, through which all of us can participate and everyone is invited to post their questions or any queries or any issues. All you need to do is just log into this learnviaelearn.com/ume pages, and through which you can post your questions or any query if you have, and either me or either from my team or either from you can revert the correct answer. Alright. And also I have started a new series of questions called as a question of a day. Okay, this is an event. I used to post a question daily, and either from you or anyone or from my team can revert the answer within a 24 hours of that particular question which I posted daily. Okay, this is basically used to enhance our practical knowledge. Okay, I have also started a new thing which is getting free assistance in assignment or any project. If you have any issue or any concern regarding the solution of the assignment or any project, you can just mail me the assignment or any project to learn@learnviaelearn.com, and we will revert you back with the solution. Okay, now let's continue with our pointers, function pointers I would say. So see, the function pointers is also called as a subroutine pointers. Okay, so function pointers also called as subroutine pointers, and is a type of a pointer supported by third generation languages and OOPS, object oriented programming languages. Okay, the simplest implementation of the function or subroutine pointer is a variable containing the address of a function within the executable memory. Okay, like C variable. Let's say we have a C variable, for example integer a, for example. So like C variable, there must be some address of this variable. Okay, there must be some address of this variable. Oops, of this variable which is a. Similarly, there have to be an address of any functions also. So calling a function by his address is function pointer. Okay team, what we used to do, we used to call functions with his name. For example, like show, if we used to call a function, we used to call by his name. But if we call any function by his address, then this is function pointer. How? We will see it. Okay, but before we call a function we need to find out its address. So first of all, let's see how to get the address. Program to find out the function address. Once we know the address of the function, then we are able to call the function. Alright, so let's get started. We will, as usual, we will need to include our basic header file. Okay, then include conio.h, and then as usual our void main. Okay, then let me initialize CLR SCR. Let me clear screen first. Okay, now uh, let me write the program very quickly so that I will explain you. Just a second, let me finish this very short program to find out the address of a function. Address of the function is ampersand, oops, sorry, show. I need to make a function with the name of a show, and then we will call the function get ch, and then here we need to write the definition of the function, what actually is doing. Okay, I will explain you, team. I will explain you each and every part of this program. Don't worry about that. Let me just finish this program first. It's very easy to understand even, and it's very easy to debug, troubleshoot. Team, before I forget, I have already explained how to debug the program. Okay, so in case anybody don't know how to debug the program, it's very easy by using control F7 and then F7. I will explain you in case anybody have any issue. Okay, so let me, oops, comma is missing, and yeah, return 0. Okay, let me just go through it if everything is fine. Okay, it seems everything is fine. Yeah, so let's have a quick view of what this code does when you run this program. Okay, so first of all, we have included the header file stdio.h and conio.h. Everyone know very well about these header files. In case anybody have any confusion or any doubt, just mail me please. Now here what is what this line is doing? int show and then semicolon. Line number 1 2 3 line declares a function called as show. Okay, so what this line is doing? This line is declaring the function called as show, which has a return type of integer, which is having return type of integer type. Okay, so this function return integer type value. Okay, now here I have initializes, I have started my program. My control start from here, void main, and then I have cleared the screen, and now here I have printed the show function's address. This line contains a printf statement which prints the address of user defined function called as show. Team, to print the address of the function show, we only need to mention function name only in the printf statement. Okay, as we did here, I have just mentioned the function name. and it will give me the address of the function. So what the above line is doing, it will print the address of the function. Alright, now let's try to execute it. Team, this is the very basic thing to call the function. So I will show you. I am just commenting it out to show you the address first. Okay, I am pressing Alt F9 and then Control F9. Address of the function is 681. Okay, now if I call this function, it will jump from here, my control will jump from here to here, and it will print another line which is also called as function called. Okay, so compile and then run, and here it is, function called. Alright, so in this way I have just simply called the function, and before that I have got the address of that function. Okay, so this is simple program to find out the function's address. So we have function's address now. Now let's see how to use function pointers then. I will need to just make a minute amendments on this program. Let me do it first, and then I will explain you the complete program. Very minute things. Let me, okay, integer, okay, function pointer, okay, and then this, okay, and after that I will assign fnptr equal to our actual function. Okay, and then in spite of calling this function by his actual name, let me call with his address, which is inside star fnptr. That's it, without any parameter. That's it, that's the only thing. Oops, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's it. I think yeah, so I'm done with this program. So let me explain you. So we have declared a prototype of user defined function show. Here we used to define a function like this. We used to declare here, right? But in case of a function pointer, I have declared function pointer like this. Team, we have a specific syntax here. We need to make sure that every time syntax would be correct, otherwise it will show some error. So the syntax would be, first we need to write the data type, and then pointer, then function name, and then the circle brackets. This is the syntax, and we need to make sure that function declaration should be in the same format, function pointer declaration, I would say. Alright, so here I have declared a prototype of a user defined function show, which has integer return type, the same as we have declared here, and then we have copied the function show. Here, as you saw, we have an address. We used to print the address by just printing the actual function name. So here we have the address of the show function that I have copied to fnptr, our function pointers, and then we have just, we can ignore this line if you want, My main purpose is to show you this line. This function pointer will behave exactly like our previous function calling. We have just replaced this show name with its address, okay, that we have already assigned here. Okay, so here this part is having the address, and star means the actual value of that address, which is show. So this part, this line is almost equivalent to this line. That's why it will work. I'm sorry, this line is equivalent to this line. Maybe you got confused because get ch is also get selected earlier. Okay, so if we call this function now, it will work absolutely same way that we have called earlier. Let me try to execute it. I just press Alt F9 and then execute it. Function called, see, I have called the same function fn show in the same way using show function, and in the same way using function pointer. Alright, so in this way we will call the function with his address. We can also use this function with some parameters also, the same way which we used to call the function normally. Okay, let's say our function is having some parameters. Okay, so let's say our function is having two parameters and both are integer, for example. Okay, so we need to pass two parameters here, int. That means we are passing a parameter which is of integer type. Okay, and for that let me pass two parameters here also, which could be, let's say, 2 or 3, and we need to receive those parameters also. So let's say, oops, integer a, for example, and then integer b. We need to, okay, let's do some calculation here. For example, let me remove this program. Okay, let me declare integer total, for example, and here I am just adding the these two values. Okay, percentage t, and then okay, let me add here tot is equal to, let's say, a plus b. Okay, team, I'm just trying to show you that we can use the function pointer as the same we use a normal function. Okay, okay, so okay, so here we have printf. I'm just printing the sum of total of 2 and 3. So what this function do, this program do, basically this program will call function using function pointer and then print the sum of these two parameters which we have passed. Okay, so okay, here the comma should be there, and here also. Okay, let me compile. I think everything is fine. Yeah, you can see I have just compiled and you can see the answer is 5. So That means the function calls from here with two parameters 2 and 3, and it jumps from there to here with two parameters which has been received by integer a and integer b. Okay, and then total of a and b performs, and then I have just printed the sum of the total of 2 and 3. So in this way we saw function pointers without passing any parameters and with parameters. Okay team, there are several cases where pointers to function can be of use. Okay, one of the most common is the case I'm sorry, where you can write a function to perform a task such as sorting of array. If in case we have a task to sort an array, but you want the user to be able to define how a particular part of that task will be performed, such as whether an array is sorted in ascending format or descending format. So in these type of cases we use function array. Another use of is like function pointer is setting up listener or callback functions that are invoked when a particular event happen. Like the function is called and this notification you pass as a code that something interesting has been invoked. Like for example, you have you are asking some input from a user, and on the basis of that input you want to call a particular function. So in that cases we use function pointers. Team, to have a closer look on this example what we have just explained you, we will have a separate session for the same, and as of now we will just concentrate on the function pointers that we have explained you just now. Okay, in case of any questions or queries, as I have explained you earlier, you are free to call me or mail me, or you can post your queries to this page, which is http://learnviaelearn.com/umi. Okay, so this is all about function pointers. Thank you so much.